What's up, everyone? This is Energies, and in this video, you could possibly say it's like a little album review, but at the same time, not really. Today, we're talking about Ice Spice's debut album Y2K that dropped recently, and it was something. It was something to say the least. And with the news of her original first week sales being 28K, now 28K, this was definitely a bad project. And no, I'm not saying that because of the sales. I genuinely mean that it's not a good album at all, if you want to call it that. And I feel like that whole rollout for it is one of the reasons why. Before this Y2K album even came out, 4 out of the 10 tracks was already out as singles. Not 1, not 2, not even 3, but 4 out of 10. Only 6 new songs, and the public was already getting tired of Ice Spice because she kept on talking about the same topics in every song, like she only have 30 words in her vocabulary. If you click this video, y'all already know where I'm going with this. I'm a baddie, how thick she is, how she be eating notes and shit. Speaking of shit, we gotta talk about them fucking poop bars. She did a fucking ghostwriter or something at this rate, man, cause those are getting outrageous at this. But one topic at a time. We'll talk about the bars in a little bit. The 4 singles I mentioned, most of them, if not all of them, received non-positive feedback because of, like I said, people were getting tired of her. Did it first with Central C, kind of did some numbers and got a little bit of positive feedback, but that was mostly towards a whole controversy between Central C and his ex, which I'm gonna keep it a being with y'all. I genuinely don't care about that, so go with that information as you will. But as we talk about Y2K, the album itself, hey man, you already know where I'm going with this. You clicked on the title. This shit was trash. But before I start putting my jokes in or giving my thoughts, let me give y'all some information that y'all didn't ask for. I stayed up to listen to this album when it first dropped. Now, y'all might look at me like I'm crazy, but I just wanted to put that out there. As I always do, whether I like an artist or not, if I'll check out an album, I'm always going to come in with an open mindset, because you never know. Someone that I like could possibly drop something trash, or someone that I don't like might drop something that will blow me away. Clearly this is not the case, but y'all get my point here. Moral of the story, I still gave her the benefit of the doubt with an open mindset like I always do, cause did I expect anything crazy? God no. It's Ice Spice we're talking about here. But I did wanted to see how it will sound, cause the 4 songs, like I said earlier, that already came out, most of them I didn't like. Fat Butt kind of slide though. I ain't gonna lie. Hey bro, that might be a hot take right there, but the flow on that song, I don't know if she got a ghostwriter that day or something, but it kind of reeled me in for her standards. But the rest, where do I begin? One thing that somewhat caught my interest in staying up for this album was the features, if anything. Cause you mean to tell me Travis, the man that refused to give SoFaygo a feature, and Gunna is on an Ice Spice album, bruh. When SoFaygo needed Travis Scott the most in his dying career, he decided to go to an Ice Spice song, which was very basic for her standards, and the Gunna song,
Got that jet on me. Yeah, he jacket me. Got the racks on me.
I don't even have no words for that, man. If there's one thing I respect about Y2K is the different changes of beats. More specifically, Papa. I don't know. Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. But Papa and that song with Gunna I mentioned that I don't like. I respect the idea of the different beat changes, even though they sound like some Glow, Chief Keef, Ken Carson type beats. But I respect it nonetheless. But the beats managed to go to her of all people with every single topic being the same. And I watched the Hello Yassine video basically giving his thoughts about Y2K, and he pointed out something that stuck out with me. He pretty much basically said that her bars got worse somehow, and that man was not lying at all, because bars like, he beat up the cat called Peter on this. We gonna try this again with a straight face. He beat up the cat called Peter. Another bar. I'm as poopy like I need a diaper. One more bar. I'm as poopy but I never smell. Oh brother, this girl stinks. No pun intended, but what the fuck, man? I am going to say this for the second time. I came in with an open mindset because, mind you, this is her debut album here. It ain't like the Like EP. That, my god, that is a tongue twister right there. But anyway, the Like EP is literally in the name. An EP, which in most cases is just a compilation of songs and you think nothing of it. But on your debut album, you can't go on interviews and tell people that we should expect something different from you and give a whole background on why Y2K is the choice of a debut name just for us to hear the same stuff we're getting tired of. People, wherever they are fans or not, well, not me personally when I say this, are going to put you in a pedestal expecting some room for improvement with the name Y2K in the music instead of the visual aspect. Speaking of the visuals, that seemed like that was getting the main priority of attention than the music itself nowadays. Well, probably for our fans, but as a male, you already know we not paying attention to the music like that. I'm gonna be honest. But for real though, the whole Central C controversy, like I said earlier, the whole thing with her and old friend, even though I don't think that's a good example, but nonetheless, and her appearing on Costream hours before the album came out. Like her and her team was throwing darts on the wall, seeing what stick to get people attention. And yeah, you could say it worked, because at the end of the day, Ice Spice is a big name nonetheless. Having multiple brand names, males like myself lusting over any time she does her signature move. Like, of course she gonna be on the spotlight. Unless she take the model route. Moral of the story, people are supposed to look at her as an artist, and with her dropping consistently not good music, it's not gonna make listeners give her a pass for long because of her looks. Which is why I say that I think her selling 28K first week is pretty bad for someone like her and her caliber. My personal prediction was anything under 30K is bad, because I notice female rappers for some reason tend to have not that much sales for some odd reason, which is a topic for another time. We're having Travis Gunna and Central C all on the same project, which they are pretty much big names. And her having a big following, of course, I'm gonna expect more than 28K, even though, like I said, I'm not that big on first week sales. But it does make you think, how can she possibly come back from this? Ain't like she gonna fall off fast as shit due to the sales and everyone clowning on her, but it does shows that how much patience people are getting with Ice Spice's music right now, which is pretty much little to no patience. And this album pretty much solidified how rap fans feel towards her musically right now. Me personally, I feel like she has her moments. Like I said, didn't mind Fat Butt. Her on the radar from a while back was pretty good. Maybe Ghostwriters, as much as I hate to admit that, needs to be in question unless there's some music that we don't know about, which is pretty good whole time, but I highly doubt that, and I want to be proven wrong, honestly. And I'm gonna wrap the video up right there. I gave all my thoughts. Make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think about Y2K in the comments. Follow the socials below to interact with me pretty much. And yeah, this is NG's. Take care. We try and take over this year.